Good day, everybody. My name is Folasade Makinde. I will be running through a very interesting topic during this Lunch and Learn series this afternoon. And the topic I'll be speaking on is maximizing return on investment through business analysis. For the sake of abbreviation, I might be interchanging the acronym ROI to mean return on investment. So please sit back and follow through with us while we make this journey. Here is a table of contents that displays what this presentation is going to speak on. Firstly, I'll be defining the return on investments as a concept. I will also be speaking on ways of maximizing return on investments in a business cycle. Then what are those common mistakes that should be averted using business analysis in calculating return on investment? Also, this presentation will speak to the benefits of using ROI in any business organization. I will also be speaking on those excuses people make for not using ROI as a very vital ratio in business analysis. Also, what are those things that needs to be in place for a corporate to use business analysis in detecting or calculating is ROI? From the definition of ROI, it tells us that there is great essence of making investigation into this ratio. Now, going through this presentation, return on investments can be defined as a financial ratio that measures the profitability of an investment relative to its costs. You will agree with me that if a business man or woman wants to go into a particular venture, there are some indices that must, be known to him before he puts his money into active use. This particular concept we are showcasing today is one of those ratios that must be known by a fund investor. So return on investment tells to speak to the profitability of an investment, taking firm cognizance of the cost side of the equation. ROI is commonly used as a performance measure to assess the efficiency or success of an investment and to compare different investment options. It is just logical that there are more than one portfolios that might be attractive to an investor. So it now depends on the investor to assess the most efficient or the more efficient and effective investment to put his funds into. Since the funds and so many other resources are limited, it becomes rational for any business and entrepreneur to know those business outlets, those business portfolios to put these scarce resources called funds or capital into. And one of those things that we clearly tell a businessman of the portfolio to actually buy is what we call return on investment. Also, ROI has a very unique formula. In calculating ROI, the formula is typically expressed as a percentage and is calculated by dividing the net profit or gain from an investment by the cost of the investment. Getting a figure as a result of this division, it is now multiplied by 100 to get a percentage. So in most cases, ROI or return on investment is given as a percentage of a number. Speaking to figures now, this slide tells us numerically how to calculate return on investments. Now, we are taking an example here of an investor that has $1,000 in his kitty, and he has made several investigations as per which portfolio to buy, which investments to put in his funds. And after a due and logical investigation, he was able to invest $1,000 as reported here. And as a result of this investment, he was able to make a profit margin of $200. From the calculation that the formula we were given at the previous slides, we know that the profit earned forms the numerator, while the entire cost of investment forms the denominator. Putting $200 as the numerator and £1,000, $1,000 as the denominator, multiplied by 100, will show a return on investment of 20%. In this particular case, the investment has generated a 20% return relative to its cost. You can see with me that it is actually a simple and doable task for any investor to calculate before going into any particular investment. A higher return on investment tells any investor something, while a return on investment that is low also has its own narratives. So a high return on investment indicates that the investment has performed excellently well and is able to generate sufficient returns compared to its initial cost. However, for us as business analysts, other stakeholders in a business, we should have something at the back of our mind that, yeah, it is important for us to know the interpretation of return on investment. But this ratio that is so significant has some underlying belief that we must have. Return on investment may vary depending on the industry that the business is being performed in. It also depends on the type of investment that is being made and some other factors that will be considered. For example, if in a telecommunication industry, an investor might make a whooping return on investment of say 40%, whereas in the educational sector of the same country, such an investment into this sector might not earn as much as the ROI attained in the telecom industry. So through business analysis, this interplays as might affect us in making decisions as a business analyst. So we have to be careful when making such decisions, not just making total reference and reliance on the ROI. We have to consider the type of investments we are, putting our funds into. We have to consider the type of industry. We have to consider the time factor. We can also lay hold on the risk element. One thing we should also consider that is pivotal when business analysis is made using, ROI as a ratio or basis for analysis is the potential future return that will be earned. Fine, a particular investment might not give us a positive return on investment maybe in the next 1 year, one financial year, but for a wise business analysis that has been done and a conclusive business analysis done on a particular investment, you might have a very fantastic ROI maybe after 2 years of engaging yourself in the business, or after 3 years of engaging yourself in the business. So a wise investor using business analysis model can easily use this model to get a very firm position and direction as per where and what the return of the investment is going. So it is not just about figures, but with the use of vital tools that business analysis give, we will be able to make futuristic decisions that will affect our profit base beyond what we are seeing at this time. Now, how does business analysis help in maximizing return on investment? One of the major ways is that through business analysis, there is need, in fact, it is compulsory for a business analysis model to analyze the various opportunities that are available to the investors. For example, as an investor, I might decide to go into the tech space. I might decide to invest in online retail markets. I might also decide to do shares, in the educational sector. Now, as a true business analysis, I will have to weigh those opportunities. I will have to analyze in details those opportunities that I have in order to make the right decision and to maximize my return on investment. It is no story that any investor is out to make money. So with the use of business analysis model, I, as an investor, will be able to analyze those opportunities in order for me to maximize my return on investment of any funds that I have given out in form of investments. Also, through business analysis, I will be able to maximize my return on investment because I should be able to put in several strategies that will help me get the best out of a business transactions. Strategies in terms of maybe giving third party to supply my raw materials, maybe going through the options of sourcing raw materials locally, or do I want to make a decision of importing these raw materials maybe from China or from Japan, for example. So with the use of business analysis, investors are able to maximize ROI because they will be able to, play with strategies available to them in order to make an informed decision as per what their monies and where their monies will be going. Also, in making decision that I talked about is vital, is actually vital. As an investor, business analysis will help me to maximize my ROI so that I don't make wrong decisions. For example, I don't make decisions, I don't buy shares of or I don't make investment decisions in a company or in a sector that is dying. Such decisions can be made, through wise and logical business analysis decision that will help me make gains on my investments. In addition, managing portfolio can be better attained using business analysis model to maximize my ROI. Let's take this example. Assuming I am a producer and I run several production cycles. With the use of business analysis, I need to make a decision either to go and borrow money from financial institution to foot my bills, or I can also decide to manage my portfolio by extending the number of days that I pay my suppliers. So, with a deep knowledge of business analysis, I will be able to make decisions that are favorable for me, bearing it in mind that if I choose the wrong portfolio of going out there to borrow funds, I will pay interest, which is regarded as cost of funds. But if I decide to increase the number of days I pay my suppliers, there is not going to be like an expense. I'm not going to pay any form of interest to these suppliers. So through this process that business analysis has given me, I'm able to manage my portfolio well in order to maximize my profits, knowing fully well that as I maximize my profits and I reduce my costs, definitely my return on investment will be high and fantastic as an investor at the end of the day. These advantages that I've mentioned can only be attainable and achievable by using advanced and dynamic, tools business analysis has to offer. Also, through continuous improvements, I will be able to maximize my return on investment. And as a business person, I just have to keep, changing my processes, my procedures, what I offer, the services I render to my clients, so that I should become relevant, to my clients. Else, competition will take my wallet share of the market away. So, because I have the mind, the business sense that I need to be, in business, I need to make more money to cover up my expenses. There will be need for me to think using business analysis models, tools, and procedures in my continuous improvement drive. Now, what are those common mistakes that business analysis help me to avert as an investor using business analysis tools? One of those mistakes is that I will have the comfort that all stakeholders and all strategic drivers are well informed. There won't be any issue, there won't be any case of missing strategic vision or stakeholders buying. Knowing fully well that business analysis entails engaging stakeholders, both internal and external. With this, every of our stakeholders will be placed on the information ladder per time, and this will enable them to get committed, to get adapted, and to drive the motion of getting a fantastic return on investment of the organization. Also, using business analysis models and procedures, the issue of lack of domain expertise is totally eroded. Now, with the mind of me as an investor going into an investment drive, I will definitely engage the best of hands, because I am compelled. I have it at the back of my mind that I am going there to make profit. and I am also going there to reduce my expense line as low as possible. So with the use of this model, that's the business analyst models, with the use of various tools that I have as a business analyst, I will be able to engage the right people to do my jobs in various domains. Also, through business analysis, I am, exposed to several models, several tools, several theories, principles, and processes. So there won't be any case of having any inaccurate assumptions. I'm not going to rely on what people say. Business analysis models gives me the opportunity to use several methods in drilling information, data, and relevant facts that will help me take my decision, and not just on any inaccurate assumptions. Business analysts avoid the mistake of incorrect timing. Being an agile business analyst, for example, using various means of business analysis models, I will be constrained with time. I will know how to allocate, my timing to achieve a deliverable per time. So there won't be issue of me not being able to deliver on a particular sprint, at a particular time, because I must have apportioned my timing even from the start of, the investment, to be able to achieve a fantastic return on investment at the end of the day. In addition, there is no record of missing risk or cost profile when actively um, business analysis models are used. Why do I say this? Because the process itself entails comprehensive analysis of all buckets of the production cycle. It includes considering every little bit of the business cycle. So there won't be any record of missing risk or omission of any cost profile if actively business analysis as a tool is used in any business process. Because I have the mind that, yeah, I got to make profit, enough profit that will cover the expense line and the cost element, in order to have a green return on investment. Using business analysis also, sustainable data is achieved. So I won't have a course, to say I don't have rich data or supporting evidences, to help me with my analysis. Also, another mistake that can be averted is the overestimation of gains. These are some of those mistakes that can be averted when business analysis is used, by a corporate or a business entity that is mindful of the profit it's going to earn at the end of a business cycle. After going through all the previous slides, what are those benefits then that I'm going to derive using return on investment as an investor? One thing is that I'm going to get a healthy dose of reality. There is no assumption, there is no fake, business life. The real situation of my, business empire will be revealed, to me using return on investment. Another thing that it helps to give, it helps establish business value. It also help establish metrics that will allow me, to present the true state and the true position of my business to the outer world, that is to the external parties. One thing in addition that this return on investment is going to give is that it establishes best practices, best practices that is globally competitive. Another thing is that it facilitates data collection. Before any business analysis is used in calculating return on investment, data data is mined, and this will also enable us to see those things that are not easily seen when we are making quick analysis in our day-to-day business activities. People make excuses not to use return on investment. And what are these excuses? They can say, yeah, it is a wasteful number crushing thing, and I don't need to expend my time. I don't need to expend my resources. They might even say that, oh, I don't have the expertise, I am limited in knowledge and all of that. People can also say that, oh, yeah, I know that ROI is very important to me, but why don't we wait till a later time? One of the excuses can also be, yeah. ROI will be positive anyway. There's no way I'm making profit. I'm able to pay my bills. So I'm sure that my return on investment of all the investment chains I have will be positive. Without calculating how are they sure of this? One thing they also say for not calculating ROI is that I can use someone else's data. Yeah, I have competitors in the same line of business. Yeah, I'm going to use company XYZ. These are some of the excuses, investors use not to carry out, business analysis acts and in getting their ROI. Now, what are those things I need to get ready in order to do a comprehensive use of business analysis in getting my ROI? I've got to plan effectively, because I am guided by the fact that I need to make profit. I need to plan effectively, and I have to have a definite timeline. Also, I need to establish performance objectives. What do I need to gain? What do I need to get? What are my objectives? What are my goals? What am I driving at? What are the missions? I need to be guided with this before I go into, knowing business analysis and arriving at my ROI. Then I also have to be guided, not to over rely on numbers. Yeah, numbers are important. Data is very useful, but I have to have it at the back of my mind that it's not just about that data. It's not just about the numbers. I need to go deeper and look at all the abstract things that are aside numbers. Then I should not assume anything. I should go into the field to use the business analysis model in getting my ROI with a plain mind, with not having any assumption. Also, I need to make appropriate investments. I should not be clouded by the realities of bandwagon effects in making my decision. In addition, I need to have the stakeholders buying. I can't do this alone. I can't use business analysis models alone. I got to get my stakeholders buying. Lastly, I got to measure. ROI using business analysis model is about measuring, and I need to measure until I am convinced, and all the stakeholders are also convinced that truly we have captured the benefits of business analysis in arriving at our ROI. I thank you for this presentation, and it's been actually wonderful. I want to believe that this piece will help resolve several issues and demystify those assumptions people have about ROI. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Join Momentum, where we're not just a company, but a community of digital innovators. At Join Momentum, our mission is simple yet powerful: to accelerate digital talents and business productivity through practical work experiences, trainee internships, and talent placement. We believe in the transformative power of hands-on experience and mentorship, so all our associates learn by doing, not just theories. Through these efforts, we build innovative products and solutions that address user needs and create value for our candidates, clients, and stakeholders. You can partner with us in our mission to accelerate digital talents and increase business productivity by working with us, hiring our talents, or investing in us. This is Join Momentum.
Tired of learning job skills from textbooks? Meet Job Simulator AI. We've built the first AI platform that lets you practice real jobs in a safe, virtual environment. It's like a flight simulator, but for careers. Practice real jobs, get real proof, build a portfolio of completed simulations, earn performance badges inspired by industry leaders, showcase verified skills to employers, get instant AI feedback on your progress. For educational institutions, be among the first schools and universities to give your students practical job experience before graduation. Limited early access spots available. For businesses, sponsor industry-specific simulations to showcase your brand. Build a pipeline of practice-ready talent. Connect with candidates who excel in your simulations. Transform employee training and reduce onboarding time. For training providers, add hands-on practice to your existing courses. Differentiate your offering with AI-powered simulations. Give learners verifiable proof of practical skills. Scale your training impact globally. For students and job seekers, stop wondering if you're ready for that dream job. Start practicing it today. Join our early access waitlist. Ready to revolutionize job training? Sign up for early access at www.jobsimulator.ai. The future of work is hands-on. Don't just learn it, leave it.
Join Momentum Learning and Development Squad have rolled out practical work experience simulation programs and scenario-based learning on a new platform called the Growth Academy.
At the Growth Academy, you will engage in real-world simulations and complete scenario-based tasks at your own pace, which are all inspired by global brands.
With consistent practice and support, our participants gain invaluable experiences across multiple disciplines such as product management, data science, project planning, business analysis, virtual assistant, business development, technical sales, cybersecurity, and many more.
The Growth Academy programs come with AI-powered evaluations. You will receive detailed feedback assessment directly to your inbox, guiding your skill development and areas of improvement. You can also showcase your new skills expertise by ordering digital certificates, which are perfect for demonstrating your competency to employers or clients.
You will also become part of a dynamic community of professionals, sharing knowledge and supporting each other on the path to success. And we empower you to step up as a leader, coach, by reselling any of our programs as your own and earn instant income while helping others grow in their careers.
Start your journey today at www.thegrowthacademy.co.uk.